Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our commission meeting. This is December 11th, 2025. Countdown to Hanukkah and Christmas. Call the meeting to order. Meeting number 2025-1211R.
Tonight's music selection, made by Mayor Raley, was Same Boat by the Zach Brown Band. The next music selection for the January 8th, 2026 commission meeting will be made by Vice Mayor Wasserman. Correct. As we begin, we kindly ask that all mobile devices be silenced. To ensure the best possible sound quality, please speak clearly and directly into the microphone, and remember to mute your microphone when you are not speaking. Should anyone experience difficulty hearing at any time, please raise your hand and a hearing device will be provided to you. Thank you for your cooperation.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Rydell.
Here.
Commissioner Welch.
Here.
Commissioner Brody.
Here.
Vice Mayor Wasserman.
Here.
Mayor Raley.
Here.
City Manager Rose.
Here.
City Attorney Piper.
Here. We're not going to take anything too seriously this evening, I can tell. Okay. I am going to ask all our men and women in blue to please help us and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This meeting is being conducted live with a physical quorum present. The material for today's meeting is available online at coconutcreek.gov. Anyone wishing to appeal any decision made will need a record of the proceedings, and for such purpose may need to ensure that a verbatim recording of the proceedings is made, including the testimony and evidence upon which the appeal is to be based. The archive of this meeting may be requested from the city clerk or may be heard online at coconutcreek.gov. If you haven't already, please silence your mobile devices. If you must take a phone call, please excuse yourself and step outside. Respect and proper decorum will be maintained throughout the meeting. Vocal outbursts, jeering, cheering, or applause can impair the rights of others and derail the decision-making process. Thank you.
Thank you. First order of business is a swearing-in ceremony for new police officer Douglas Frankie. Chief of Police Fred Huffer will conduct the presentation, and City Clerk Kavanaugh will administer the oath of office.
All right. Good evening, Commissioners, Vice Mayor, Mayor, City Manager, City Attorney, City Clerk. Tonight, we swear in a new officer to the Coconut Creek family. I just wanted to thank the family. I had an opportunity to meet them earlier tonight, and they're pretty excited, and so are we. So I'd like to call Officer Douglas Frankie to the stage, please, or the dais. Let's talk about him a little bit. Officer Douglas Frankie is originally from Brazil and moved to the United States more than 20 years ago, mostly living in California. Officer Frankie holds a bachelor degree in business administration and has always been drawn to the public service and community involvement. He began his career with the Santa Monica Police Department, where he worked for nearly 10 years in a civilian position. His duties included enforcing municipal codes and state laws, assisting sworn officers in responding to calls for service, conducting field investigations, engaging with the community, and helping maintain the safety and quality of life throughout the city. During that time, Douglas developed strong communication, organization, and problem-solving skills and gained a deep understanding of how effective policing builds trust within the community. After relocating to Florida, Officer Frankie continued his professional path by working briefly as a corrections deputy with the Broward Sheriff's Office. His training and experience have strengthened his commitment to professionalism, integrity, and teamwork. Outside of work, Officer Frankie enjoys spending time with his son, who is 5 years old. They play many sports together, including soccer, baseball, riding bicycles, going to the beach, and swimming. Officer Frankie looks forward to building a long, rewarding career in law enforcement and continuing to grow both personally and professionally with the City of Coconut Creek. And here to support Officer Frankie tonight are his son, his ex-wife, and his aunt and uncle. So at this time, I'd like to ask the city clerk to please administer the oath.
I do solemnly swear. That I will support, protect, and defend. The Constitution and government. Of the United States. And the state of Florida. And the ordinances. Of the city of Coconut Creek. That I am duly qualified. To hold office. Under the Constitution. Of the state. That I will. Well and faithfully. Perform the duties of police officer. For the city of Coconut Creek. On which I am now about to enter. Congratulations.
Great. So Officer Frankie's going to be pinned tonight by his son, but I'd like to ask family and friends to come up with Logan to pin Officer Frankie. You can all come up. Go ahead. Go ahead, you guys can go. You can go. We're going to get some pictures. Aww. They did it. All right. So we'd like to get a family picture with Officer Frankie. All right, if you could just stay right there. Commission, we'd like to invite you to take a picture with the family and Officer Frankie. Commissioners. Good, how are you? Go ahead. What's going on? Oh, hi.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Are we in trouble? There we go. Nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
Doug, one more. Let's just tell everybody else. Tell him just stay up there. And I'd like to invite, there we go. All right, good. Nice. You got the whole sequence of events in. Yeah. All right.
Espera só que eu vou tirar a câmera. Deixa eu tirar ele só que você vai, tá bom?
Welcome to the Creek family. We're very proud, and thank you guys for everything you do. You're joining a great brotherhood and sisterhood. Thank you. Okay. Okay. We will now, I'll give it a minute. Okay. Stay safe out there, guys and girls. Yeah. Okay, we will now have input from the public on non-agenda or consent agenda items. I remind everyone wishing to speak that all comments must pertain to city business. Respect and proper decorum will be maintained. Behavior that disrupts the orderly conduct of this meeting, such as clapping, shouting, booing, and cheering, is not permitted. Any person who violates the decorum rules will be subject to removal from the commission chambers. City Clerk Kavanaugh, is there anyone who would signed in to speak on non-agenda or consent agenda items?
Yes, Mayor, we have one individual who signed up to speak this evening, Susan Steinhauser.
Okay. Good evening, Susan.
Susan Steinhauser, 5842 Eagle Cay Circle, Coconut Creek, 33073. And I just want to say I love you guys. These are like the best holiday outfits. Happy holidays. Really quick, do not need 3 minutes. I just want to thank our delegate and alternate to the Broward Solid Waste Authority for all the work you're doing, moving the master plan forward. Now that it's ready, I look forward to having Coconut Creek continue to lead. The master plan's got all the ideology that's necessary. You guys have shown the tactical and what needs to be done to actually handle our solid waste. So thank you for leading. Looking forward to getting everybody to sign on. And if there's anything that you can rely on us. League of Women Voters, Climate Reality, Sierra Club, we're all in this together. Just let us know what we can do to help move it forward, and have happy holidays. That's it.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays to you and your family as well. Okay. Is there anyone else that wishes to speak at this point?
Not at this time, Mayor.
Thank you. Is there anyone present that would like to speak? Thank you. Seeing none, I am closing public. Okay, agenda items 2 through 6. A motion approving the minutes from previous City Commission meetings, 2025-1023 WS, 2025-1023R, and 2025-113R. Number 3, a motion authorizing a budget transfer for fiscal year 2025 in the amount of $6,800,000 for the purpose of recording officer safety program subscription entries in accordance with GASB statement number 96 from General Fund Account 0199-9903, Fund Balance Reserve, to General Fund Account 0161-6407, Capital Subscription, and to appropriate an offsetting revenue budget of $6,800,000 from account 01-V38000, prior year surplus, to account 01-V38311, other financing source, SBITA. Number 4, Resolution 2025-183, a resolution authorizing the city manager or designee to execute the attached law enforcement mutual aid agreement for the city's participation in the South Florida Criminal Apprehension Team with other law enforcement agencies. Number 5, Resolution 2025-184, a resolution accepting the Florida Department of Transportation, FDOT, fiscal year 2026 occupant protection and child passenger safety grant in the amount of $40,000 and authorizing the city manager or designee to execute the agreement with FDOT for seatbelt and child passenger safety education and enforcement. Number 6, Resolution 2025-185, a resolution accepting the Florida Department of Transportation, FDOT, fiscal year 2026 spending and aggressive driving grant in the amount of $45,000 and authorizing the city manager or designee to execute the agreement with FDOT for spending and aggressive driving education and enforcement. Are there any items the Commission wishes to pull from the consent agenda? Okay. Is there a motion and second to approve this consent agenda 2 through 6?
Second.
Thank you. Second, approved by Commissioner Welch, approved by Vice Mayor Wasserman. Okay, number 7, Resolution 2025-186, a resolution.
No, we have to vote.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. We have the motion now. Mr. Kavanaugh, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Rydell.
Yes.
Commissioner Welch.
Yes.
Commissioner Brody.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wasserman.
Yes.
Mayor Raleigh.
Yes. Okay, we'll move on to the regular agenda. Resolution 2025-186, a resolution authorizing the city manager or designee to execute a single-source subscription and services agreement with Granicus LLC to provide for the continued use of the legislative management software suite for a 3-year term. Is there a motion and a second?
Move it.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Brody, seconded by Commissioner Welch. Are there any questions or comments from Commission? No? Seeing none, Mr. Kavanaugh, would you please call the roll?
Well, forget that.
Commissioner Rydell.
Yes.
Commissioner Welch.
Yes.
Commissioner Brody.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wasserman.
Yes.
Mayor Raleigh.
Yes. Number 8, Resolution 2025-177, a resolution approving the Baywood Village 2 Condominium Association application for grant funds from the Tree Canopy Replacement Grant Program for a multi-category replacement project. This has been postponed from the November 13th Commission meeting. Do we have a motion and a second?
Move it.
Second.
Thank you. Moved by Vice Mayor Wasserman, seconded by Commissioner Rydell. Okay. Are there any questions or comments from City Commission? Is there anyone that wishes to speak on this item? Okay. Mr. Kavanaugh, please call the roll.
Commissioner Rydell.
Yes.
Commissioner Welch.
Yes.
Commissioner Brody.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wasserman.
Yes.
Mayor Raleigh.
Yes. Number 9, Resolution 2025-191, a resolution approving the 2803 Victoria Village Condominium Association application for matching grant funds from the Neighborhood Enhancement Grant Program for security enhancements. At this point, I would like to recuse myself and pass the gavel on to Vice Mayor Wasserman. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I won't be in character for this. Is there a motion and a second to approve item number 9? Is there a motion and a second to?
For discussion.
Second.
Okay. Move for discussion by Commissioner Rydell. Discussion? And seconded by Commissioner Welch. Commissioner Rydell?
Would you like a staff presentation, or are there specific questions?
No, I support the item fully. I'm just wondering what the fund balance is. I was going to just ask for it now because we're done with the 2 items, so I'm just curious what the NEG fund balance is.
So this is the second neighborhood enhancement grant application for fiscal year 26 budget. The funds available total 175,000.
So we got 175 left?
Correct.
And do we have any in the others in the hopper?
There are 2 that are in the hopper.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I do support the item.
Thank you, Commissioner Rydell. Anybody else up for discussion? No? All right. City Clerk, are there any members of the public who've signed up to speak on this item?
Not at this time, Vice Mayor.
Are the residents from the neighborhood here? All right, excellent. Is there anyone else who would like to provide input on this item? All right. Any further questions from the commission? Thank you so much. Please call for roll, City Clerk.
Commissioner Rydell?
Yes.
Commissioner Welch?
Yes.
Commissioner Brody?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wasserman?
Yes. Passing gavel back.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Okay, then. Number 10, Resolution 2025-190, a resolution authorizing the city manager or designee to execute an agreement with ThorGuard, Inc. for the single-source purchase of lightning prediction and warning systems from ThorGuard, Inc. for a 3-year period. Do we have a motion and a second?
Move it.
Second.
Thank you. Moved by Commissioner Rydell, seconded by Commissioner Welch. We have a presentation by Harry Mout. Thank you so much.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Commissioners. The city has utilized the current ThorGuard lightning protection system for over 15 years, and the hardware and software has become outdated with limited parts availability, resulting in increased lead time for repairs of the critical safety system. This contract will update the software and sensors and greatly improve the system performance. There are 4 base stations located at Recreation Center, Sable Park, Public Works, Community Center, which also provide coverage to Lakeside, Winston, Gerber, Cypress, Windmill, Hosford, and Donaldson Parks. Pat Bennett from the ThorGuard company is here tonight, too, if you have any technical questions. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Yes, Vice Mayor Wasserman.
Thank you, Mayor. Just question, is it, is it 8 miles? What is it when it goes off? Like, how close is the lightning? I know for school it's 8 miles when it go, so I didn't know what it was for us.
If you don't mind, this will get into technical. This is also a prediction system where it's measuring the charge in the atmosphere and the likelihood of sky to ground bolts, but I want to let you come on over here.
Yeah, come on over, Pat.
I'll let Pat speak to the exact radius.
Thank you. Oh, he's ThorGuard.
We are a lightning prediction company, so we do not go by miles. So we give you our typical system gives you 8 to 20 minutes advance notice at a 97% accuracy. So we go by time, not miles. A detection system, which is a different animal that they go by miles.
Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Welch?
Yes, and this question actually is for Parks and Rec.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening.
Thank you very much. Just interested because it has been brought up in the past that it has been cumbersome getting folks off of the fields when these systems go off, detecting lightning in the area, in and around the area. So I just wanted to know it doesn't affect this contract, obviously, but how is that coming along? Are you having any better results of people heeding the warning and removing themselves because it's dangerous for your staff to be out there?
Park rangers will go out and make the notification to get people off the fields. So, yes.
Is the situation any
Are
better?
they adhered to it? Well, not all the time they don't. There's still some that lag on the fields, so we have to go out there to tell them to get off those fields, go to their cars until they hear the delay so they can get back onto the fields.
Okay, thank you.
Is it?
Anyone else? Thank you. Okay. I do have a question. If someone really digs their heels in and said, well, I'm not leaving, do we have any recourse other than calling PD? Is there a fining process? Is there any
There's
consequences?
no fining process. I don't want to put my staff in harm's way, so
Okay.
we will do the best we can to get them off the field. There's sometimes where they don't want to listen to us to get off the field, but we have signs out there that talk about the lightning and detection, so.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, sometimes we can be our own worst enemy.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, we ain't getting
Let's not get personal here. No, I'm kidding, of course. I'm kidding. All right. All right. Any other questions? Mr. Kavanaugh, please call the roll.
Commissioner Rydell.
Yes.
Commissioner Welch.
Yes.
Commissioner Brody.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wasserman.
Yes.
Mayor Raley.
Yes. 11, Resolution 2025-193, a resolution authorizing the city manager or designee to execute agreements with People's Choice Pressure Cleaning, Inc., primary, and the Pressure Cleaning Man, Inc., secondary, for pressure cleaning services pursuant to RFP number 08-27-25-11. Is there a motion and a second?
Move it.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Rydell, seconded by Commissioner Brody. Discussion or presentation by Public Works?
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Commissioners. UNE and Public Works utilize these contracts for pressure cleaning in various areas of the city on an as-needed basis. The concrete sidewalks, curbing, paving, wheel stops, tile roofs and walls, etc., require periodic cleaning, and these contracts expedite the process, reduce staff time, and provide more favorable pricing through the RFP process. And thank you. Also, Steve Landis and Gary Telwinger, are here tonight from People's Choice as well.
And I would just add that the pressure cleaning contractors are allowed to use the specific fire hydrants that we have in the city that are available for this type of service. Not every fire hydrant, but the ones that are available for use of filling up the tanks.
Great. Thank you. Commissioner Brody.
That is a great lead in there, Sheila. How many of those fire hydrants are available for them to use in our city?
Well, I don't know the answer to that question, and I actually don't see Osama because he recently had surgery. Harry, do you know the answer to that question?
I don't know the answer to how many. I know they're specifically selected due to their strategic location, that they are not they're not in close proximity where they might be needed for structural fires, so that if there is damage caused by it, because it's not just our pressure washers, but also other companies throughout the city can check out a meter from the city to utilize water, pay the fee. In case any of those hydrants are broken and unknown that they were broken, we don't, UNE strategically picked them so that it would, to make sure the ones near the structures, occupied structures, are operational at all times.
So how many companies do we have using these fire hydrants on a monthly basis?
I don't know the number of companies. I know, well, we use the 2 companies will be on contract for us, but I don't know of how many are throughout the city would check out a meter.
We can figure that out.
I can certainly get back to you on that information. We do have HOA maintenance companies that use these hydrants
that's kind of what
with
I'm
a
getting
permit
at,
process.
because the discussion last year was the usage on these and the damage that was caused, and them not getting the meters and just going straight to the hydrants and opening them. So I think this is a great opportunity to have a follow-up to figure out if that's changed, or we in a better space now. I think, get some answers to figure out, make sure we're not damaging these things, how many meters are going out for these fire hydrants, and then how many we're actually using throughout the...
Certainly, we can give you a report back on that.
Thank you.
Do we have a registration system in place for that?
It's a
for the
permit
use?
process.
It's a permit process. Thank you. Okay. Commissioner Rydell.
This doesn't go directly to what I was going to speak to. It goes more of a follow-up to Commissioner Brody's comment. I really am not a fan of how we do it in the city. I think there's 13 or 12 locations that people could utilize. That's like, I remember this debate. We had this debate. I don't love the debate. Like somebody that's doing a pressure washing job in Winston Park or one of the sub neighborhoods is going to have to take their trailer, neighborhoods away to fill it up with the. So I mean, these guys probably know. Don't shake your head. This isn't the time to shake your head. But. Because I'm against the rules here, but I don't like it. I don't think it's convenient. I think, like, for example, if someone's going to power wash my neighborhood, one of those fire hydrants isn't there. So if someone needs another tank to do it, they have to leave the site, lose time, pack up, go think. So I'm not going to belabor that point, Commissioner Brody, but I think you're right on with what you're talking about. My point is this: I don't have a problem with the vendor. I don't have a problem with the selection committee. I have problems with not knowing the final number. So I guess my question is, how much do you anticipate spending on this? Well, I see the contract has rates and everything like that, and I'm good with them, and I'm good with the rate sheet. I don't like a contract that we don't know how much we're spending.
Right. We budget each year. U&E and Public Works will have an approved budget amount for how much pressure washing we will do throughout the
But we need to talk about that tonight, because right now you're asking us to approve an as-needed contract for pressure washing in the city. Agreed?
Agreed.
There's no number. So I don't necessarily think that's fiscally sound to approve a contract that's as needed where we don't know how much it's going to be. That's all. So I'd like to, whether Sheila has a number, whether there's a cap, and then we can come and address it. I mean, it's not responsible. You could end up spending $1 million in pressure washing. I'm not suggesting you're going to do it. I'm not suggesting those guys are going to bill for it. But I'm suggesting that there's no control in there's control in the rates. There's not control on our team of, hey, you're capped at X amount. So what are you capped at? And can we put that on the record, and could this be made of the item?
I think Peter Gay is actually approaching because she has the budget numbers.
Because that's nowhere in the backup.
So I know the amount. It's approximately, I think, 160,000 between the two accounts. So how this normally works is on an as-needed basis. So even though we have the unit prices, we have estimates, we don't always have to pressure clean them. But what drives how much we spend per year is the actual budget allocated and the need. So it shouldn't exceed whatever is in the budget, which is about 160,000.
Okay, now you're talking 160,000 for the fiscal year 25-26? Or 26-27?
Fiscal year 26.
Okay, so for fiscal year 26, you're saying 160.
That's what's budgeted. Not that we will spend all of that, but that is what we have set aside for this.
So then that needs to be somewhere here in this discussion, which it's not. So if we're going to add to the item contractually, and it has nothing to do with the vendor, it has to do with us of saying, okay, we're capping it at this, and if there's we just need to know that. Because if you look at this item, it's an at-will contract with a rate sheet with no cap amount. Everyone? No? Anyone?
No, our traditional process is that during the budget approval process, you approve the line item.
I'm with you.
And the line item would not allow us to extend.
A resident looking at this is going to say it's not clear. So for the purpose of the item, can we add language that the annual cost is not to exceed 160,000? However you want to say. I'm open for a discussion on it. It just needs to be.
On the agenda item report in the notes, we could put what is budgeted for the year for that item, yes.
And
if that works.
If we exceed the budget number, can it come back to us for approval?
So for the purposes of clarity, because we have two contractors, I think that maybe the appropriate thing would be to have the agenda item report say the staff has budgeted $160,000 for these services and shall not exceed without additional authorization.
Yeah, I'm good with
Not
that.
in the resolution, so we're not impacting the contracts.
No, I'm not trying to impact the contract. I'm talking about us in-house, and I'm not saying it like, again, for your department area. I'm suggesting that there needs to be a cap, and there's not a cap for the purpose of how somebody's reading the item. You go with that, with the cap for a year?
Sure.
Okay, so Madam Rose?
So we'll include that in the minutes, and in future contracts, we'll reflect that.
Thank you.
Perfect.
I have nothing further. I do support the item, and thank you to the vendor for being here.
Thank you. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, thank you. Mr. Kavanaugh, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Rydell?
Yes.
Commissioner Welch?
Yes.
Commissioner Brody?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wasserman?
Oh, yeah.
Mayor Raley?
Yes. City Attorney Pyburn, please.
Thank you, Mayor Raley. Ordinance number 2025-55, an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Coconut Creek, Florida, authorizing the mayor to execute the Fifth Amendment to the lease agreement by and between the City of Coconut Creek and T-Mobile South LLC, which provides for the continued leasing of city land for a communications tower at Winston Park and a modification of the equipment on the tower, providing for recordation, providing for conflicts, providing for severability, and providing an effective date. This item is before you at this time for second reading and public hearing.
Thank you. Is there a motion and a second?
Move it.
Thank you. Moved by Commissioner Welch, seconded by Commissioner Rydell. Vice Mayor Wasserman for discussion.
I'd like to recuse myself from this vote as I'm employed by T-Mobile for Education. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do we have, I know it's a second reading, but do we have a presentation?
There's
by
no
Public Works?
presentation,
Thank you.
nothing further to add, but I am available for any
Thank you so
questions.
much. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else for discussion? Mr. Brody, Commissioner Brody.
Tree still looks like crap.
Okay, of course.
Thank you.
We had to go on record. For sure. Okay, great.
Noted.
Okay, this is an open public hearing. We'll now open the public hearing. Are there any members of the public who would like to speak on this item? When you come forward to speak, please state your name and address clearly for the record. Okay. Mr. Kavanaugh, has anyone signed up to speak or sent in any communications?
Not at this time, Mayor.
Okay, thank you so much. Seeing no further communication or requests, Mr. Kavanaugh, please call the roll.
Commissioner Rydell?
Yes.
Commissioner Welch?
Yes.
Commissioner Brody?
Yes.
Mayor Raley?
Yes. Resolution 2025-187, a resolution accepting the drone replacement program grant in the amount of $100,000 and authorizing the mayor or designee to execute the agreement with the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, FDLE, for the purchase of 4 drones. Is there a motion and a second?
Move it.
Second.
Moved by Vice Mayor Wasserman, seconded by Commissioner Welch. Yes, Chief Hoffer, please.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So this grant originally is through the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. It was originally created to replace equipment that was banned by the government that has Chinese software or cameras. Eventually, they opened up the program to include all equipment for drones to any agency. And so we jumped on it and we got it. This is a $100,000 grant specifically to purchase the 4 drones that we plan on putting on patrol.
Okay, great, thank you. Commissioner Rydell.
Thanks, Fred, for being here. I just want to be really clear on this item because there was a little, I don't like responding to social media and things like that. Is any taxpayer dollars going towards this item or the next item?
No.
If at the end of the, we'll call it the grant period, if the city chooses to, we don't have to do anything and we pay nothing and there's no tax dollar implication. Is that fair?
That is correct. And this program will run, trial program, you can call it, for 5 years.
Yep. So that's 5 years, no impact to the residents of Coconut Creek, and if we choose to find it not effective for the purpose of our agency, we're goodbye, so sad, right?
Absolutely correct.
I want to thank you. I think this is proof of your innovative grant research and applications. I think it's great. Keep up the great work. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Welch.
You may have already addressed this, but the extent of the grant is $100,000, and that's all that will be expended?
Absolutely.
Over the course?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Let me clarify that the subscription item is the next item on your agenda, which is a required match for this grant. Okay.
Okay.
On this item. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further questions or comments? Mr. Kavanaugh, please call the roll.
Commissioner Rydell?
Yes.
Commissioner Welch?
Yes.
Commissioner Brody?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wasserman?
Oh, yeah.
Mayor Raley?
Yes. May I note that Vice Mayor Wasserman is in Grinch mode? For the record. Okay, he's in character. Okay. 14. Resolution 2025-188, a resolution authorizing the use of federal law enforcement trust funds in the amount of $100,000 from the Federal Forfeiture Justice Fund for the purchase of the Axon Air Skydio Basic Patrol software and subscription. Do we have a motion and a second?
Move it.
Second.
Moved by Vice Mayor Wasserman, seconded by Commissioner Rydell. Thank you. Yes, Chief.
Okay, so I'm back. So these funds are, I wanted to point out that, again, this is from law enforcement trust funds. No, does not come from taxpayer money, okay? And this fund is to match the money from the grant that we receive. This is for the software, the warranty, and the maintenance. I just wanted to point out that the software averages about $20,000 a year, and that also includes an integration that works with our traffic homicide investigation software, so these drones can actually map THI scenes in a fraction of the time it takes officers. So, yeah, that's what that's for.
Terrific. So that's a 5-year expense, basically, subscription.
Absolutely, yes.
Right, great. Okay, yes, Commissioner Welsh.
Just curious, how many docks are located throughout the city?
How many what?
Docks, D-O-C, sorry, D-O-C-K-S.
You talking about the water docks, or?
Well, don't you have launching docks for each one
No,
of
they'll
these?
be in the patrol cars, batteries.
Okay,
So they'll mobile,
so everything is mobile? They're
Yeah,
not
and-
in a stationary,
in a carrying case.
okay.
They'll be launched from an officer's patrol vehicle.
So whenever and wherever,
Absolutely.
that's even better.
And 24 hours a day.
Good answer. Thank you.
And Chief, I know you have to be licensed to operate a drone, so all these officers will be licensed and
Yes, it's
trained.
through the FAA, a 157 license. Absolutely. And we haven't set out the particulars. We don't have the policy completely done yet. But once that's done, we'll establish a team with a supervisor. They'll all get the training and the license. And they won't be allowed to use the drones until they get that
have a
done.
license. Great. Thank you very much. Are there any further questions or comments? Mr. Kavanaugh, please call the roll.
Commissioner Rydell?
Yes.
Commissioner Welch?
Yes.
Commissioner Brody?
Quack.
Is that a yes, Commissioner Brody?
Yes, quack. We spoke back, we know it.
There's only one more to go. We can hold this together till then.
In Whoville, we have Skydio Basic Patrol.
Vice Mayor Wasserman?
Yes.
Mayor Rowley?
Yes.
Lord. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. City Attorney Pyburn, please read the title. Thank you.
Ordinance number 2025-52, an ordinance of the City Commission of the City of Coconut Creek, Florida, amending the city's Code of Ordinances by amending Chapter 13, Land Development Code, Article 1, Administration, Regulations, and Procedures, Division 3, Implementation Procedures, by amending Section 13-41, Request for Accommodation, in order to update the city's code to comport with recent changes to state law regarding procedures for handling and processing requests for accommodation from the city's Land Development Code, providing for conflicts, providing for severability, providing for codification, and providing an effective date. This item is before you at this time for second reading and public hearing.
Move it.
Second.
Moved by Commissioner Rydell, seconded by Commissioner Brody. Thank you. Okay, any discussion? Any comments? Anyone? Thank you. Oh. All right. Mr. Kavanaugh, please call the roll. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a public hearing. Anyone present that would like to speak on this agenda? Thank you. Has anyone communicated their interest?
Not at this time, Mayor.
Thank you. Okay. Public hearing closed. Mr. Kavanaugh, please call the roll.
Commissioner Rydell?
Yes.
Commissioner Welch?
Yes.
Commissioner Brody?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wasserman?
Yeah.
Mayor Rowley?
Yes, thank you. Okay. We got through it. This is good. Thank you. City manager report, please.
Well, very exciting. I am scheduled to be on vacation from December 18th to December 30th. Scott Stoudemire will be in charge in my absence, and I am thrilled.
18th.
The 18th to the 30th. Everything will be great. I'll be going to Patagonia on a multi-adventure trip, which I'm very excited about. We have been working back and forth on an education piece related to the property taxes, but because there is some concern about how that will be received by the state, we're moving a little more cautiously. We have drafted a few education pieces, but until we're comfortable and get a little more clarity on our ability to educate to the public. We're going to hold off on those at least until next week. So very excited. The caravan is tomorrow, so please be here by 5 o'clock. We'll have pizza and snacks, take videos, do a Christmas message, and be ready to go out the driveway by 6 o'clock.
Okay.
The goal is to keep the caravan moving. It should be fabulous. It should be fabulous because we have the goal is to get to the recreation complex, holiday cheer, to get to the recreation complex to enjoy the fabulous music being provided by the Monarch High School Marching Band, which will be at the recreation complex starting at about 8 o'clock. So really, I don't know, we're working there. So we'll see you all tomorrow in your holiday best. It should be great. It should be great. I think I've had a conversation with most of you related to Broward Days, only because Broward Days runs right into our fabulous Holocaust remembrance event that night. If you are going to Broward Days, the sooner you can firm up whether you're flying or driving, I would appreciate that. John, Sandy, Jeff, okay.
I'm going to be up the last week of February, like I did last year for some things.
Okay. So, right. And Jackie?
That was the plan. That was the plan. However, with the Holocaust commemorative going on, I'm debating now. But that's a discussion that that needs to be made further to had.
So just let us
To
know
have.
as soon as possible, because we do have a big event scheduled for that evening with the last showing of the cattle car for the VIPs invited to the event, and then the unveiling of the art piece. So that should be very exciting. We are pushing back the planning of the strategic budget workshop to what we're hoping to do is March the 10th. So if you could please look at your calendars and see if March the 10th, it's a Tuesday night, works for that meeting. Our hope is that we will at least know what the ballot language looks like, if there is ballot language, and the tone of our next budget. Otherwise, happy holidays.
Okay. Thank you.
March 10th, can you get back to us on that?
Sure. That's 6 o'clock.
6 to 8, yes.
Okay, thank you. City.
That's all. Yes.
5 to 7 for the security.
That would be what?
You're due for a long day. So, Joe, March 12th, is that?
That is a commission meeting, yes, City Manager.
So the preference would be March 12th?
I would prefer that actually as well. And then we've got a parameter around the discussion, so, probably get into it and get going and wrap it up.
You okay with that?
Just
a break for food time.
Okay, that works. March
March
12th
the 12th
will work.
works.
And we'll take care of the details after that. Okay.
Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. City Attorney Pyburn, please.
Good evening. First of all, I just want to say happy holidays and happy new year. And then otherwise, the only thing I wanted to mention is that in our lawsuit against FDOT regarding the Turnpike, we had amended the complaint after they filed a motion to dismiss previously. They filed another motion to dismiss to our amended complaint, and so we will be working on a response to their motion to dismiss, which is due next week. I'll keep you updated in this case as I have been, but if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Rydell.
Thank you. Mayor, I'll be as brief as I can. I had the city manager, staff, and team leave a printout copy of the Regional Solid Waste and Recycling Master Plan Executive Summary on all of your desks. I hope you all got it. I also circulated to all of you, and I hope you were able to click through it, what we call the toolbox, which is for elected officials. In this city, I've made it a point to keep you all apprised as much as possible continually about this. What I'm hearing is that's not happening in other cities. As much as I try to, communicate everything. So I wanted to make sure you have that. Those tools essentially, and the PowerPoint is meant for ideally me to have an agenda item to present to you. I don't think I need to do that. I'm happy to do that, to keep updating you, but I will keep, as we have, for lack of a better term, push out educational materials about the plan. I will keep you all updated with that. And there's been more, slow developments. While it's not perfect, it's needed. And I think that's really important to get there, but I'll update you more. Another quick thing on kind of the property tax issue that we have. It dovetails on what Madam Rose said. I want to go back to something that we approved that on some local other issues, I'm questioning the approval of it and want us to take a second bite at it. I read the contract, so let me just explain what I'm talking about. On the October 23rd, 2025 meeting, we approved a redevelopment contract with RMA, which is a redevelopment vendor, ultimately $150,000 contract. Two important points in that contract is, one, they have to provide the city 72 hours before they start, which I don't even think they did, because I don't think they started yet. Even if they did, there's a 30-day termination as well for at will. Seeing some of the discussions specifically on the property tax front and some of the targeted items, I think we need to be the most cognizant of how we're spending our money, every single dollar, moving forward, because there is property tax cuts coming, and we need to really assess now in terms of some of these contracts and things of that. Upon really diving into this with our own staff and who we have in redevelopment and shopping centers and other people, I don't think we need this contract. I would ask for consensus this evening. I met with Madam City Attorney on it. I spoke to her briefly about it. If you have a question about if this is even doable, I'd like to, if there's consensus on this commission, to give our city manager direction to terminate the contract. I'm happy to go into more details, but I think this is kind of spending at a time we don't need to be spending, and I'm happy to reevaluate it after the property tax issue is resolved.
Yeah, well, I will concur, as long as there's no penalty in the termination of the contract. Yes, Commissioner Welsh.
Thank you. I mean, I am uncomfortable making a major decision like this at the conclusion of a meeting, and a consensus or otherwise. I feel like we need to have more information before we reverse an approval that we've already made. And if they haven't begun, there's no loss to us or the party that we made the contract approval to.
Exactly.
I just feel that this is not something that, it requires more information, more data, and we discussed this during our strategic planning and even during our budget process. So I feel very uncomfortable making these kinds of larger decisions at the conclusion of a meeting. Maybe it should be an agenda item on a next meeting, but not here. I don't think this is the forum.
I'm happy to just briefly address that. The reason I'm bringing it up now is, A, you get deeper down a rabbit hole the more time you wait, and candidly, this is actually, I don't mean it in any, I think this is the best time to bring something up if you want to be done with something. We can't talk to each other. So if I have that sentiment and I want a clean slate on it, I bring it up now.
That's why I'm asking to put it on an agenda item. We have time to do that for our next January meeting.
But we may not have time to have an option. We have an option now to terminate or to table or suspend, and I think that's what we need to do at this point if we want to dive deeper into this situation.
I don't agree. Not that I have any opposition to looking at every dollar that we're spending, because I most certainly do. I think we're all very cognizant of that. And I'm not comfortable with making that kind of decision here.
Okay.
On that item, not right now.
Could I just ask Madam
Should
City
be on an
Attorney?
agenda item for further details.
Is there an issue legally, Madam City Attorney, with us having consensus to cancel a contract?
Excuse me, in this instance, there is language in here that provides that we can terminate essentially at will with 30 days' notice. We would have to pay for any services
If
or
they
goods
provided us
that they
notice.
already provided, correct. There's also language as it relates to the ability to terminate an agreement subject to funding if we determine that, there isn't really the money in the budget to do that. So that's up to you all as to how you'd like to proceed, but that is something we can do.
I stand by it. I'm asking for consensus to terminate the agreement.
Thank you. Want to hear from Vice Mayor Wasserman, please?
Thank you. The only thing so listen, Broward Schools just, I'm not saying we're going to get sued, but Broward Schools just got sued for terminating a contract. So these are, I always find, when you're affecting a company, they're not going to take this well, even though I think it says certain language. But I think if we start doing this now, then it's going to open up where, like, let's say one of us or I might go back into old meetings and start looking at things that we should undo because of the uncertainty. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but I do feel that if we start to look at these old items based upon a vote that hasn't happened or that might not happen, it is, I don't want to say irresponsible. I understand the idea behind it, but I just, I want to make sure it's not going to affect our residents. I want to make sure it's not going to be, a lawsuit. I want to make sure that it's just and that the language reflects the ability to do something like that, even though you're saying it is. But yeah, I don't. It's just when you approve something on the dais and then you go back, the company's not going to be very happy, especially on a $150,000 commitment. So I'm up in the air about this because it could open up a can of worms to where all of a sudden, we might go back and start looking at things. Say, you know what, we don't need that anymore. We don't need this, and let's undo this. So I'll wait to hear what everybody else says here, but I'm on the fence.
Commissioner Brody.
All right, so I got a question about timing. So if we're saying they haven't started, so the clock hasn't started, so if we have this conversation, we say we're going to put on the next agenda, and then they decide they're going to do something to start it, that kind of...
And they have started.
Fine.
I mean, there has been a kickoff meeting and field visits, as far as I know. I mean, that's the only work that I know.
So what is that, like $1,000? I mean...
I don't know the exact
Yeah, I mean, but if they started, then we're on a clock to have a certain amount of time to terminate, correct? Is that what I understand? Or is it just we can terminate no matter what at any time?
We have language in there providing that we can terminate at will at any time. We also have language, again, as it relates to failure to appropriate funds. I believe there might have been funds appropriated this budget cycle, but that was before certain legislative information came to light. So we could look at all of that. But we do have the ability to terminate at will with 30 days' notice at any time. We try to write that into almost all of our contracts. We're not always successful, depending on who is on the other side, oftentimes with other governmental entities. They don't allow for that, especially if they're at a higher level than us. But otherwise, it is kind of standard language. But we do have to pay them for any work or services they've provided to date, or any goods they've provided to date, obviously, because we were enriched by those items.
So that's what worries me if we wait to terminate. Because if we wait to terminate, they can all of a sudden accelerate and now put us on the hook for more money. If we terminate tonight, then it is what it is at this moment. So I'm kind of leaning for the termination because I'm afraid, and I've seen this happen in my other life, where they went, okay, well, you're going to terminate, we're going to accelerate a plan, or say we bought all this stuff, or show an invoice saying they bought all that stuff. Now we're on the hook for stuff that they're just trying to get the last bit of money out of the contract before it's terminated. So I think right now is the optimal time to do it, and we can always circle back to it, can we not?
I think we can, and I think that the other thing that is concerning to me is with the property tax issue being discussed, the rational basis for doing this study was to increase our property tax, our ad valorem revenue, and not understanding how it might be impacted. I mean, it certainly is something that we should consider in any future scope, that we should have a clear understanding of what the impacts are.
I think it'd be prudent for us to stop it now and then reconsider all these facts after the beginning of the year and try to do it a different way where it's more understanding of what we're doing. So that's my opinion.
Yes, Vice Mayor Wasserman.
City Attorney, is there any grounds for us to be sued if we cancel this contract?
That is an interesting question, and the only response I have is we live in America, so people can sue over anything any day of the week.
Could that wind up costing more money if we do get sued?
It depends.
Okay.
It would depend on the basis by which they sue and how they sue. I mean, we do provide for a 30-day termination clause without reason, without cause. So it's not like they have to be in default or something like that.
Have we before canceled a contract within 30 days and been sued?
We have canceled a contract with 30 days notice. We were not sued in that instance.
Okay.
That I'm aware of. Now, I don't know, going way, way back if there was something I'm unaware of.
Sheila, I think your argument kind of moved me in a direction when you said, the idea of this study was to increase property, to increase the commercial property tax in a way, right? Was to find ways to redevelop to increase the base. Is that what you basically were saying, right? So I understand that that argument, right? That's what you just said.
I think it's just something that we need to clearly understand.
Right, I understand. But the goal behind this was to increase revenue from, to redevelop and increase tax revenue.
Yes.
Or one of the purposes.
But I will qualify that by all of the proposals that are being discussed relate to homesteaded properties. So in any instance, we're going to need increased revenue.
So it wouldn't affect, so by doing this, so hold on. So the commercial tax base wouldn't be affected by what's going on in the legislature?
The commercial tax base might become even more important depending on what happens in the legislature.
So will this redevelopment study potentially lead to higher revenue from commercial business taxes?
Yes.
Okay. So now that moves me in a new direction, because now I think this $150,000 could be more of an investment into making more money. Is that correct?
We hope so.
But that's the idea.
Right.
Okay. So with that, I will not give consensus to get to rid this contract then, because if the money is already allocated for it, which is it?
Yes.
Okay. And the legislative will not affect these taxes?
We don't know what the language will be in the bill.
But all the discussions have been property taxes, not commercial base, homesteaded.
Not all of them. Some of the conversations have been to eliminate property taxes in total. So we don't know what the bill will be, which leaves us with a great deal of uncertainty in this area.
Is there a plan if we do cancel this contract? Where would that $150,000 be allocated for? Is there an idea?
Have not considered that yet.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
I think, this conversation alone, I think, warrants this because of the uncertainty. That's really what we're aiming at here, is the uncertainty that what's going to happen in legislation. I mean, we don't know. There are so many variables that, I mean, look, they had 8 different bills that were going in. We have no idea. This is like pick one out of a hat. Where are we going to end up? So at this point in time, until we actually know what direction we should be going into, I think then we should actually just table the $160,000 or $150,000 for a later time when we actually know what kind of direction we're giving these consultants, this redevelopment team. That's how I feel. Okay, Commissioner Welsh.
Yes, thank you very much, Mayor. So we went through the exercise to find a selected agency to help us redevelop our blighted, older plazas, and to help our small businesses particularly, and keep them intact. I know the 4 bills that the House is moving forward now. None have been, of course, presented by the Senate. I didn't know that any of them, except eliminating all property taxes, and that's not really written in any one of these 4 bills currently on the rolls. They're all mostly talking about homesteaded and the Save Our Homes, and I don't know that any of them are talking about the commercial property piece of it. They're talking about those that are carrying their property insurance, that they qualify, but none of them, to my knowledge, are speaking about the commercial property. So to me, it's very speculative, and in the position that we were already taking to support our small businesses and get them in a better position to look better and do better, I think it's very speculative right now to cancel it, but that's my vote.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? All right.
Ask for consensus, Mayor.
Okay. Do we have a consensus?
Yeah, I give
All
consensus
for?
to direct the city manager to cancel the contract from the 10/23/25 meeting with RMA.
No.
No. Okay.
Yes.
No.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
I have no other comments.
Thank you. Commissioner Welsh?
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And the first item that I was going to bring up, city manager already talked about, was when we are going to be doing the strategic planning. Sooner rather than later. I know we talked about wanting to be ahead of the 8 ball before we get too far along in the process, but hopefully by then we will know what the House and the Senate direction that they may have gone. The second thing was about the property tax and how we were going. I know at the Northwest Elected Council, a number of the communities that were represented there, they were talking about different ways that they were communicating within their communities to educate, not advocate. Town halls, HOA meetings, none of which we've had too much success at, but I did ask the city manager about having on one of our ambassador series to present some of the communication that we have today, because in that PowerPoint that Marty Keir presented from the Broward League of Cities this week, it gives a very clear picture by each one of the 31 municipalities, what each one of those House bills would mean to the taxable value to the city impact, as well as each individual median homeowner. So when you dial it down like that, then you can, to me, clearly see which one of these, if any, we might have the least impact for. And that's all I'm saying. I don't know if you shared that PowerPoint with the rest of the commission, but I really wish you would, because just those grids alone, talking about each city's impact and each homeowner's impact for each one of these, and I have encouraged homeowners about this item to speak to their representatives, to email our representatives, Savchowski and Polsky, about how they feel about it. Because he did give an interesting note. He talked about, right after the governor tweeted in February about eliminating the property taxes, that the Florida Policy Institute did a poll across the state, and to how eliminating property tax and replacing it with increased up to 12 to 13% for the sales tax, and how would they feel about it? How would they vote? And he said the results were a resounding 70% that voters voted it down. They would not do that. They would not agree to that. So I really feel encouraged that the public has more realization of the impact that a loss of property taxes would do affect their services on a day-to-day basis, the services that they currently receive. So it's a little hard to be taken seriously with these years on.
But we will be looking for a date for that ambassador meeting.
Pardon me?
We will be looking for a date for that ambassador meeting.
Okay, I was just thinking about it. And yes, because there are any number of things we could do. And they did talk about the SWA, and Vice Mayor Mateo Bowen asked how everybody was doing it. And, you know, there were a lot of crickets in the room, as you can imagine. So, yeah, I'll come to the next governing board meeting. I'm not looking forward to it. This time I won't ask. I will just go to the table when it comes time for the governing board people to be there, rather than, you know what I'm talking about. Thank you for keeping a straight face that day. So anyway, that's all I have. I look forward to tomorrow night, and a happy holiday.
Thank you. Commissioner Brody.
Well, I'm pretty excited. I heard Santa Claus is going to be in town in Coconut Creek this weekend for the caravan, and we have the firefighters breakfast and the women's club event. So Santa's going to be a little busy in those 12-hour spans. So I'm kind of excited for that guy. Also, I'm a little got a lot ahead this break as we're all enjoying Christmas. I gotta deal with some stuff. So I wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and just kind of keep me in your prayers. All right. Thanks.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Wasserman.
Thank you, Mayor. First, big shout out to Ellie from the Finance Department for my makeup today. This was for Do the Right Thing. If you did not realize, I didn't just decide to do this for the meeting. This was for Do the Right Thing tonight, where we had an amazing, it was a lot of fun, and just shout out to Barb and the PD for just a really fun, what should have been a half hour, but it went a little longer. You know, went a little, that's okay. That's okay. I was going to ask for a consensus to move the February 12th meeting to February 5th or February 19th. I have an important obligation, so if everybody if people on the dais are willing to move to the 5th or the 19th in February, did speak to the city manager about this already. This was okay. So do we have? I would say February 5th first. And if not February 5th, then February 19th.
We look at our schedules. I mean, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Sure. No, sure. Yeah.
I mean, when do you need to know? Do we just give it back to the city manager?
If you could just let staff know, we'll work with the city clerk on the date.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that very much.
Okay.
What, John? And I appreciate that. So we'll start with February 5th, and if that doesn't work, we can look at hopefully February 19th. And if not, then c'est la vie. And also,
I didn't know the Grinch spoke French.
You want me to finish in character? No, I just want to wish everybody a really nice holiday. Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, Happy New Year. Everybody just wishing, with everything going on, it's nice to disconnect, get with your family, relax, hopefully enjoy some good weather. And, we're very lucky and fortunate to be in this city and to be surrounded by such awesome people. And I think tonight was nice. And I was asked, are you going to be on the dais in this costume? I said, why not? Life doesn't have to be all that serious. So I appreciate everyone on this dais. Happy holidays and Happy New Year. And we'll see you tomorrow night at a caravan that won't have many stops, or will have many, I don't know. I guess it's going to have more stops than what's already scheduled, right,
5
Sheila?
stops.
Thank you. Lots of stops, lots of stops.
Great. Okay. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I have to give kudos to the amazing staff and the spirit just this spirit of Coconut Creek staff and commission and our leaders, thank you so much. And for what you guys did in City Hall, that just exemplifies how much you love working for the city and being together. I mean, I wish everyone could see. Well, you need to take pictures and put it in our year in review for next year, because it's outstanding. It really is. You went above and beyond. I want to say disco in December was fabulous. Everybody absolutely loves this venue, coming into City Hall and participating. But no more dance instructions, or at least cut it down a little bit. Otherwise, they just love the music and being together. And Creek is definitely special. I want to thank our representatives at SWA, Solid Waste, Josh and Sandy. Thank you. Outstanding job there, keeping us connected and letting our voices be heard. I do have to say, I did look at the material, and I think what impressed me the most about that whole issue is the fact that we're telling our residents what they can do. It was a very short presentation. It was aimed, I think, at, it was put in 101 language. And you know which one, yes. And it actually gave examples of how each and every one of us can make a difference. And I think that's where we need to start. That's exactly where we need to start. And as far as the property taxes, I think we really do need to educate our residents, because all they hear is they see dollar signs and they think we're eliminating property taxes. That's a win for everybody. No, it's not. You're going to pay for it one way or another. You're going to have to pay for services. So I think we need to put ourselves out there. We do need to do town hall meetings in all our associations, all our condos, our HOAs. I think we need to just, and like you said, Sheila, I agree, we have to be careful how it's presented, yes, but we need to educate our residents, and we need to let them see the bottom line, because that's what most of us understand, is the bottom line. What's it going to save us? What's it going to cost us? What will I gain? What will I lose? So, but thank you. The caravan, very excited about tomorrow night. It's always a fun time to see Santa and Mrs. Claus and the elves and the Grinch and everyone. Very excited. And it was extreme pleasure to be next to the Grinch tonight, this evening. And I hope you guys had an opportunity to see us live streaming. If not, go back to the video. Thank you. Again, thank you all. Wonderful holidays. Thank everyone for the well wishes for my hubby. He's doing great. Thank you. And do I have a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Meeting adjourned.